Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that lovely brutal OST as we have returned with the grand finals of the Korean StarCraft League, week number 49. And if you're in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets on who you believe is going to be this week's champion. Will it be our Zerg or will it be our Protoss? Best of luck in those predictions. As spawning in the top left hand corner of site Delta, we have our South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Dragon KZ Gaming DKZ. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Zerg player, the Blue Zerg, representing Talent Esports. It is Dark. Dark, the best Zerg player in all of South Korea, one of the best Zerg players in the world, up against the best Protoss player in the world, herO. He's had an amazing year so far in GSL, at IEM, at Masters Coliseum. Has been on fire. These two, I would say, are quite close in skill. Whenever they do clash, it's a banger. It's always a great series. Let's go. Has a lot to live up to, but I want to believe that it will live up to it. Live up to the hype. As for now, hatch gas pool. Standard opener out of Dark. No crazy hatch block. No disruption of the economy like we saw against Nightmare. Dark going for a standard opener. Respecting herO and being aware that he won't quite get away with that against a player like herO. So standard opener here from our Zerg player. herO going for a gate expand into the Cybercore as well. Going for his own standard opener as we're easing our way into site Delta. As a reminder, this is going to be a best of 5, not a best of 3, so it is going to be a longer series here. Overall, it is going to be a longer series. We can sink our teeth into it. Gibbs. So now we're going to be able to drone up and ease our way in. There's no sign of aggression yet. There's no earlier gases. There's no earlier tech from either player. Cybercore is done, and we do skip Warp Gates. Upon skipping Warp Gate, Dark does confirm this, and herO is going for a Stargate opener. And again, Dark can infer that based on the delayed Warp Gates. So good scouting there by Dark. herO opening up with a standard opener. Now this can lead a couple of different ways. This can go into an Oracle-based opener, Void Ray or Phoenix. Oracle's a lot more commonplace. Oracles lead into a third base. You're able to establish, gain map control, get some scouting information, get into a third, and get into the mid game. We could also go for something like a Void Ray or a Phoenix. They are designed to shut down Overlords, to deny scouting, and to keep the Zerg player in the dark and catch them off guard. And we'll see what we go into. As there it is, Void Ray opener. We just mentioned it. The power of a Void Ray or a Phoenix-based opener is to shut down the Overlord, is to keep Dark in the dark, no pun intended, and to try to catch him off guard with the follow-up here. This does mean that Dark's middle line is going to be safe. There's no harassing it, not yet. herO can go for an Oracle after the Void Ray, but it's going to be, of course, delayed. And we'll see where herO takes this. This could lead into a second Stargate, it can lead into a Skytoss Rush, it could lead into a Twilight Council with a charge-based all-in or Glaive Adepts, it could just lead into a third base and into a Forge with Twilight Council, it could just be a standard game out of herO. Dark just doesn't know, as the Overlord goes down. There's that Nexus on the way, the Void Ray gonna try and hunt down another Overlord, as Dark is pulling back. Overlords are turning back around. There's one Overlord on the right-hand side that's exposed. Twilight Council's on the way. And there is the Forge. Okay, so this should be +1 and Blink or +1 and Charge. Either or can work. Either Blink Stalkers or Charge Lots. Void Ray dips in. Dips the hell out. Queens are in position. The Oracle coming in from the right-hand side. You can see the Void Ray dragging the Queens towards the left-hand side, creating an opening here for the Oracle. But we have another Queen lying in wait. herO is forced back. So far, so good here from Dark. Dark, interesting. Not going for a safety Roach Warren. Bold move here by Dark. Going for a Lair first instead. Going for the Lair. There's +1 and Blink on the way. Gateway Explosion behind this. Third base is getting saturated or getting up and running. And we can see Dark, he avoids the Roach Warren entirely. We're going into Banelings. It's going to be Link Bane here out of Dark. Lair is finishing up. This was a fast Lair, and I'm curious if we're going into something like Overlord speed. Who needs Overlord speed for drop lords when you have a Nidus? It's going to be a Ling Queen Nidus all in, or a Ling Bane Queen Nidus all in from Dark. Cutting workers here at 48. Again, I was suspicious of the fast Lair. Part of me was thinking it was going to be a drop lord based all in, but it's going to be Nidus instead. And herO has yet to confirm. Now, herO, he did see the fast Lair. That is a tell. That is a tell that something is amiss, something is wrong. We have shield batteries on the way. But herO has yet to confirm exactly what's happening. Yeah, Lings are amassing. Again, Dark is going all in. There is no shield battery at the natural, only at the third. The natural is exposed. Oracle dips in. Gets a revelation off, gets eyes on the Baliness, and do we get eyes on the Nidus? Oh, we do! We spot the Nidus form. Speaking of, Nidus is already on the way. herO forced to warp in. Blink is going to finish up. Blink is done. Blink is done. Nidus form does complete. Nidus into the main as well. He's forcing back the army. Bailing's going towards that natural. Again, there's no shield battery. No shield battery. We do pick off a queen. Oh, barely we don't. And Lings, they bust into the natural. Oracle does on the way. Oracle goes down. And the Bailings, they waddle in. Up. They waddle in. They take down the shield battery. Overcharge is denied. Now with Blink, herO can kite back, and he's kiting quite well. Going for the Nidus, denies it. He also denies the Nidus worm in the main. Good defense so far. We're running out of Lings. And herO, he's forcing this back again. Surprising, he only lost 4 probes at the third base. A very solid defense here from herO. Shuts down the Lings, shuts down the Bailings. But he barely cannot push through those queens. Lings are breaking through. Oh god, those were clutch blinks. Very clutch there from herO. It's being forced back. That is where it finishes up in the natural base. But we're running out of Lings once again. herO collapsing on those queens. GG gets called. Dark runs out his theme. And herO holds. herO takes game number 1. GG. A very impressive defense there from herO. Does manage to defend. Didn't even have a shield battery at the natural. But because he rushed into Blink, he had some amazing Blink control there. Kiting all the way back. Trading so well against those Lings. The queens are having a hard time engaging. herO did have some miscontrol with his Oracle and with his Void Ray. Did lose his Oracle and Void Ray a little bit early on. But despite that, solid defense, solid control there overall. Very well done. GG. GG, well played. herO does take a lead in the series, and now we're getting into game number 2. Bearing in mind that this was also a very late scout from herO as well. Took him a long time to get a read on what was happening. Thankfully, again, he was rushing into Blink the way that he did with his initial build. And now we're getting into game 2. Interesting map here. Game 2 going to be on Ghost River. Oh boy, this is going to be a short series. I can already tell. Ghost River, known for all-ins, known for the short rush distance that it takes to get from base to base. The shortest rush distance map in the map pool. Here we go, spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ghost River. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Dragon KZ Gaming, DKZ. It is herO. Leading the series 1-0 and spawning in the top left-hand corner. We have his opponent. We have the South Korean Zerg player, the Blue Zerg, representing Talon Esports. Down in this series, but it's a best of 5. Plenty of games here to bounce back. It is Dark. Here we go. Probe is going to be moving out here from herO. Dark going for a hatch first. Hatch first opener here from Dark. Hatch gas pool, I imagine. Nothing crazy to begin with. No early gases, no early sporting pool, and herO needs to confirm. Does dip in, does confirm. But there's no aggressive build yet from Dark. Now again, from base to base, it's 31 seconds. From natural to natural, again, even shorter than that. Doesn't take long at all to get across the map, and we'll see what our plan is going to be here. aggression is going to be favored for both players, both Dark and herO. I would not be surprised if herO goes for a Twilight Council opener, or even a Robo opener as well. Not be surprising. Likewise, Dark can also go for an early Rotoran as well. We'll see. We shall see. So now we're just getting into our openers. Getting into our game. Pylon thrown down here further back in the mineral line. And we'll see what kind of tech herO is going to be working with. That's going to be the first tell. Whether we go for a Stargate, Twilight Council, or Robo. Cybercore is finishing up. What does herO have to offer? As there it is. Once again, we skip Warp Gate, or we delay Warp Gate. We throw down our tech. It's going to be a Stargate in the main. We do have our Stargate opener in the main base. Ling gets across the map. Oh, sorry, Probe gets across the map. Third base is being taken. Ling's going to be forcing herO back. And we could go Void Ray once again. I would not be opposed to a Void Ray opener 2 games in a row. This is what Classic was doing a lot last year, is just non-stop Void Ray openers and just doing something different every single game. And it worked quite well for Classic. Just to make the game look like the previous and go for something completely different. But we'll see, as it's going to be an Oracle first, not a Void Ray for herO. Okay, so far a standard opener from herO. Moving out with his depth. Trying to catch any stray Lings, any stray units. Likewise, Dark droning up, getting his third base. No sign of aggression either. Ling speed is on the way. We're easing our way into our 3-base setup. Nothing major yet. Really, I'm going to keep my eye on the 3-base saturation of Dark to see if he does drone up again. If he goes for a fast lair like the previous game, something like a Nidus-based all-in, or even a Queen-based all-in with Dropper Lords. We have seen quite a lot of on this map. I'm sure herO is also kind of ticking them off in his mind. Overlord's going to be zoned away. Is actually going to go down to the Stalker. Big pick off here. Overlord goes down. We have a follow-up. Twilight Council's on the way. We should be seeing a Forge alongside this for herO. Interesting. Wait, did we cut Oracles? We did. Okay, so it's going to be a double Oracle opener, which is why we can afford an earlier Twilight Council. We didn't go up to 3 Oracles. Did you slip in? Oh! Oh, good target firing. It looks like we do flank the Oracle. 1 goes down. Big pick off here for Dark. Once again, fast lair. That's a fast lair. This could be another Nidus-based all-in. This could be Dropper Lords. We could rush into, yeah, Baneley Nest here. No Rotoran. This does look familiar. But back at home, early blink from herO. No Forge either. This looks like this could just be a 3-base all-in. Oh. Oh, wait, no, my apologies. I missed the Forge. There it is. +1 is on the way. There's that Gateway Explosion. But again, Blink is earlier than normal because we only made 2 Oracles. That's going to be 6 gates in total for herO. Meanwhile, Dark is droning, waiting for his lair to finish up. Queens are amassing. How many queens do we have? 6 queens so far. +1 at melee's on the way. Are we just going to be rushing into an infestation pit? On Ghost River? Oh, that's going to be interesting. Let's say Threaten the Shade. Dark massing up Lings. Yeah, we're rushing into an infestation pit. So, if you're curious, this build from Dark is Ling Bane into Ultra. So that's why we had the fast lair. Fast lair for fast infestation pit, for fast hive tech, for fast ultras. So it's all coming together. Typically, Dark does this on larger maps, on much larger maps, because you can get away with taking up in such a fashion. But I feel like Dark is about to be punished because herO is going for a 3-base all-in. It's going to be 8 gates. So it's going to be a 3-base 8-gate all-in from herO. And it's going to hit like a truck. And Dark has no roaches to defend. Only Lingbane Queen. Dark is in trouble. He is in quite a bit of trouble here. herO pushing forward. Infestors are on the way. Hive is on the way again for that Ultra Cavern for Adrenal. So, bold move to rush into Hive. The Infestors will help. They will have one fungal each. At the same time, Ling counterattack herO adds to the third, but herO does warp in defensively. He does protect that third. Ling's collapsing on the army, but this choke point is brutal. There's no pushing down this ramp. herO does lose 8 probes, though. Ooh, that was a lot of damage. There's a lot of probes going down. herO being forced back. Infestors are out. Fungal is available. Can Dark hold? It's gonna be close. Oh! Ooh, we dodged the fungal. Whew. That was a clutch blink there from herO. We have one fungal left. And it's gonna connect. Not at all. We dodged it again. We dodged both fungals. We clean up the Lings. And herO, he's pushing through. A wave of reinforcements are on the way. Dark in a lot of trouble. Has to pull back. Has to pull back. Lings. We're running out of steam. We're running out of Lings. We do come in from behind, but yeah, there's just not enough. GG gets called. Dark caught with his pants down, and herO takes a 2-0 lead. GG. A very crazy build there out of Dark. I mentioned before, this build Dark is very fond of in this matchup, to rush into the Infestation bit, to rush into the Ultras, into the Hive Tech. And again, it works wonders on larger maps like Alcyone or larger maps like Site Delta, for example, just because you have more room to breathe and your Lings give you a lot of map control as well, and you're able to get away with taking up like that. On a small map like Ghost River, where all-ins are favored, and of course, herO did go for a 3-base all-in, and it directly punished and countered the greed of Dark. Dark caught with his pants down. Again, no Roach Warren, no higher form of tech, just only Ling Bane. The Infestors were the saving grace. The Infestors were the only way for Dark to defend. But we just avoid the fungals. We just blink away. Very impressive. You don't see it too often, dodging fungal growths like that. GG, and with that, herO is one game away from becoming this week's champion. One more game is all he needs. And we're loading in to Oceanborn. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Oceanborn, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss representing Dragon KZ Gaming, the KZ. Leading the series 2-0. Onomas, one more is all he needs to be our champion this week. It is herO. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Zerg player, the Blue Zerg representing Talon Esports. Dark, the pressure is on. He has to fight back here and now to have a chance at even forcing the ace match. It is Dark. And that last game was kind of a build order win for herO. I mean, there's a lot that came into it when it came to the decision making and what the map did favor as well on Ghost River specifically, and it made sense for herO to rush into a 3-base all-in, bearing in mind that herO's 3-base all-in last game hit harder than normal because he only went 2 Oracles, so there was a much faster and much stronger blink timing from herO. So that did of course work in his favor. Likewise, again, Dark rushing to Hive like that, crazy maneuver, didn't work out in the end. Now he's up against the wall. Now Dark is up against the wall, and how do we bounce back on Oceanborn? Now Oceanborn is also known for aggression, is known for more 3-base all-ins or 2.5-base all-ins. Specifically, this 3rd base is a little bit more exposed. What I will say though, after game number 1 on Site Delta, I'm not too confident in all-inning herO. As commonplace as all-ins are on this map, as often as we see them here on Oceanborn, and despite how exposed this 3rd base may be, I mean, I don't think it's the wise of choices here against herO, especially if he's going Blink again. Especially if he's rushing to a faster Twilight Council. After the Stargate, of course. But we'll see. We shall see. From the side of herO, I would like to see another Stargate opener into Blink, to be honest. I think it's really smart against Dark. As here we go, Stargate is on the way. For those that are curious, every game it's been a variation of Stargate opener into Fast Blink. In game number 1, remember, it was a Void Ray into a Twilight Council and Forge off of 1 Oracle. In game number 2, it was double Oracle into a faster Forge and Twilight Council as well, as the 3rd base was building. I'm pointing this out because this is just a little bit crisper and faster than we would see in a standard game. Oh, as Dark, he gets pylon blocked, forced to take the unnatural third, the linear third base. Oh, this is a rough start for Dark. So Dark, he doesn't want to delay his third because of the pylon block. He's forced to expand here towards the south. It's a very exposed base. It's wide open here to the elements on the low ground. There's some high ground right next to it as well that you can take advantage of with a reinforcement point, with pushes. So it's going to be difficult to defend this base, and herO might be prompted to go for his own 3-base all-in again. It would make sense. We'll see how this all comes together here. From the side of Dark, I would like to see Roach Warren at around 4 minutes. Or not even 4 minutes, sorry, but at a much more standard timing. We have not gone for a Roach Warren at all, and speaking of a standard timing, this is not a standard timing. 3-minute 40 Roach Warren. Uh-oh. I did want to see a Roach Warren, but this is for an early push. This is for a more aggressive build from Dark. Again, a Roach Warren sub 4 minutes is not for safety. The base is on the way. We're going to be droning up. And I'm curious, when do we stop drone production? That's what I'm curious about, as oracles are moving out. And again, because it's a Stargate opener, this early Roach Warren doesn't achieve anything defensively, I mean. And there we go, roaches are amassing as we speak. We're cutting drones at 36. It's looking like a 2-base all-in. We're cutting workers here at sub 2-base saturation, by the way. Only 12 drones in the mineral line. We're amassing Lings, Queens, and we're pushing. We're going for an all-in. We spoke about it. Oceanborn does lend towards this. You know, it does favor this kind of style. The reason for this is because the third base is on the same point of elevation as this area here. So there's no, like, high ground advantage. And we're pushing. It's all or nothing for Dark. herO once again did go double Oracle into a faster Blink. So Blink is on the way, +1 is on the way, Gateway Explosion as well. Can Dark break the third? And we need to at least kill the third base. At least. And here we go, the Lings have arrived, we get a surround, we force a recall! And herO up! Ooh, does end up bleeding out a Stalker. Good pick off, the third base is going to go down. A good start for Dark, but Dark needs more than just a third. He needs to break the natural. Shield batteries are on the way. Again, this was a late scout, a late realization from herO. The oracles are still across the map. We need to come back home. Yeah, the oracles, they come in, but there's no saturation. There's no drones to kill. We head towards the natural. But again, there's a Spore Crawler. And Dark is pushing in. He's trying to break through. Shield battery goes down. Overcharge was spent. Another shield battery is going to get filed. Good pickoffs here from Dark, and he breaks through. Breaking to natural, clutch force field, but once again the Biles, they bring down the force field. And Dark, has he finally done it? Are we going to bring this back in this series? Boys are being pulled. Blink is still not done. Probes are going down. We bleed out 5 workers. Gateways are depowered. We are able to focus down the Queens. As we pick up the Cyber Core. Ooh. Forcing and cancel. Quick moves over to herO. herO looks like he's holding on. Does Blink back, focuses down every single Ravager. And again, herO, he is barely holding, but the Stalkers are falling one after the other. We're bleeding out too many Stalkers. And where are the reinforcements? Where are the gateways? Where's the Warpin? herO going for some Zealots. And with us around, herO will clean this up. Now, what's scary here is that herO's up in probes. I spoke earlier how killing the third base was not good enough. Dark had to kill herO or cripple him. herO's on 44 probes, Dark is on 32 drones. So herO, he's ahead economically. Did lose a Cyber Core, which is big. The Cyber Core is going to slow down the counterattack. So Dark has some time. Sniping the Cyber Core is keeping Dark in this and giving him time to recover. Dark is amassing Ling Roach. Burrow's on the way. I do like that. A good way to counteract the fact that there's no detection. I mean, I guess it's an Oracle. Ling Roach moving out once again. herO getting called out. Forced to blink. Zelta here in position. As Dark is going for a second wave. But more Stalkers are on the way. Yeah, Dark, he cannot commit. Does get one Stalker, but bleeds out Roaches. Bleeds out a lot of Roaches here. Yeah, here he has momentum. He dives on the army, and he's gonna clean this up. Every roach goes down. That was 9 roaches for 3 stalkers. That was a better trade for herO. And Dark, he's still all in, by the way. Dark, he still refuses to drone up his third. No droning, no saturation. He's on 42 workers. herO exceeding that economy on 50 probes. Now, this is a bit of a Hail Mary play out of Dark. Dark is going for Tunneling Claws. Tunneling Claw roaches on the way. And again, there's no Robo, I believe. Yeah, there's no Robo here from herO, so no Observer, no Detection, other than the Observer. Or I should say, other than the Oracle, I meant to say. You can see herO is checking for saturation. He does see a couple of drones at the third. That tells him it's okay to probe up. Saturating his base, getting into Storm. burrow is revealed a little bit premature. Burrow is revealed, and that should trigger another Oracle. It should trigger a Robo. We snipe a High Templar, big pickup. Roaches, they reveal themselves once again. Getting a lot of probes. 5, 6 probes go down. And Roaches, they do burrow in, or they do waddle in towards the main base. There it is, another Oracle's on the way. No Robo yet. herO, he's relying on Revelations. And Dark, he's already done a good amount of damage. Like, killing 8 probes has allowed Dark to catch up. He's still behind, don't get me wrong, but Dark, he's closing that gap. As herO, he has an army in every mineral line. Forcing out Revelations. Robo's now on the way. Cannon is in position as well. A good cannon placement. And the cannon is on the way in the main base, but yeah, we have Zealots as well. herO is holding. And behind this, Dark, he's trying to saturate his bases. He's going into a Hydra net. Hydras are on the way. So Roach Hydra into, I imagine, Roach Hydra Lurker. That's going to be the goal for Dark. Is going to be the goal. Yo, shout out to Jadolf in the chat. The first quacker of the stream. 2 hours in. Quack, puppy, quack. Do you have any of those? The first person in the stream. Welcome, welcome. So quick, puppy. So quick. As we do have our Robo here on the way. That's going to be double Robo production for double Colossus into double Disruptor. So herO, he's just stabilizing and massing up here on his 4-base setup. Roaches have arrived. They're looking for a cancel. They're hoping for a cancel on the base, but yeah, herO's in position. Does force this back. Big pickups. I didn't think... It's all good. It's all good. No one is faster than Jadolf. 2 hours late? Nah, just in time. Let's go. Jada, he's always reliable, you know, with his mech. Always. As behind this, interesting, we're going for Disruptors first, not Colossi. Bear that in mind. So a little bit risky from herO to prioritize Disruptors instead. But he should be able to get away with it because Dark is busy droning. Oh my god, the trap. Almost gets the War Prism. But again, Dark is still recovering, so herO can cut some corners. And we're working on +3 attack. Jesus, +3 against the +2 of Dark. Additional upgrades on the way. Gateway Explosion. Oracle's keeping tabs here on the 4th. I guess the 3rd. And Dark hasn't gone into a Hive Tech or an Infestation bit yet. For now, it's just purely Roach Hydra. A very old school composition, but here comes herO. He's maxed out with Storm. He has Storm, he has Disruptors, no Colossi. We're relying a lot here on these Purification Novas. And they're going to be going up. Novas, they do fan out. Zoning back the army, no connections. The Hydra's coming in for a full surround. And herO overextends. The Concave was too good. better Nova here towards the end. But herO, he is forced back. Ooh, bleeding out some Archons, bleeding out some Stalkers. Good defense by Dark. Ooh, again, he had the concave, he had the better engage overall. But herO going for another warp in, and he's pushing in once again. Disruptors have reset. 3 Novas. Once again, no connection. Oh, getting 1 Hydra. Getting 3 in total. Not the best connections, as we do focus on one of the disruptors. Again, this is the risk that you take here with disruptors instead of Colossi. But the roaches are running out, so it's only Hydra. Only Hydra's main. Also, my apologies, I was talking about Storm. I thought that we had Storm, I guess not. I was just seeing things, apparently. Am I crazy? I thought we had Storm in production. Yeah, I was just getting ahead of myself. So no Storms, only Disruptors. And Archons, of course. Dark once again with the Concave. Good spread of Hydras. Almost gets an Archon. And again, pushing into this Concave is just so difficult here for herO. Better connections, though. Better connections from herO. Still just amassing pure Disruptor. How many do we have? 6. 6 Disruptors available. 6 Purification Novas. We dive on the Hydras. Novas going off, starting the Hydras back. herO brute forcing his way through, trading out a lot of Stalkers. But it looks like he may just have enough. It's a numbers game here. And herO's breaking through. GG gets called. He overwhelms, and herO will take game number 3 and the series 3-0, becoming this week's KSL champion. GG. GG, well played. A dominant performance here out of herO. To be fair, this game 3 was very close. Dark, he was so close to breaking herO. He shut down the third base, but remember, we spoke about it. The third didn't really matter. Dark needed more than just a third. He broke into the natural, he got the cyber core, but herO, he was so meticulous with his blink control. I was so impressed by how he was able to take as much damage as possible while blinking away, preserving his Stalkers, able to defend, able to preserve his workers. And even though herO lost a lot in that defense, he was still ahead. It was still not enough for Dark to cripple herO, and herO was able to stabilize from there. GG, well played. Likewise, we just saw some hyper aggression from everyone this series. Dark also went for a failed all-in in game 1, and as a reminder, in game 2, it was herO's turn to go all-in. It was on Ghost River where herO went for a 3-base all-in, and Dark was trying to rush into Ultras and was caught with his pants down. GG. GG, well played, very impressive series here out of herO. No standard macro games between these two players, but we never expect that. We never expect that. It's always chaos. It's always chaos and all-ins and aggression whenever these two face off. Is beautiful. They're animals, Papi. They're animals. And we love them for it. GG. GG, well played. Oh. And with that, a shout out to those that had faith as well. It was 97% in favor of herO. It makes sense. Again, herO is usually favored against Dark, usually, not always. And to be fair, I was expecting a more dynamic series. I was expecting, you know, a 3-1 or an ace match between these two. Very impressive here for herO to come out with the 3-0. GG, well played. Congratulations. And with that, we are going to be wrapping up for now. Emphasis on the for now. We do have another broadcast in a couple of hours. Checking out our calendar here, it is going to be in 7 hours time. That's quite a while, but in 7 hours time, this channel is going to be live once again, not with KSL, but with WTL, World Team League. We had day 1 of World Team League last night, and tonight we have day number 2. Day number 2, and who's competing tonight? Let me just double check. Who is competing? I'm a little bit under the weather. Let me just see here. Okay, from the top. So tonight is going to be Team Liquid versus Psystorm Na'Vi. For those who don't know, Psystorm Gaming and Na'Vi did join forces for WTL. This means that the lineup for Psystorm Na'Vi is Geralt, MaxPax, and Spirit. By the way, a pretty hefty team. If you remember, last season when Spirit got picked up by Na'Vi, that was a big blow to Psystorm Gaming. If you remember, Spirit was on Psystorm before that, and for him to be taken away mid-season, that was a big blow, and Psystorm did struggle because of that. Sure, they have MaxPax and Geralt, but their third was a weak point for their team, so now they're pretty well-rounded. They're going up against Team Liquid tonight, against Cure, Alazer, and Skillus. Interesting. So in that series, there's no Clem. Clem is not being fielded. Clem, I imagine if he's not being fielded, is unavailable. Otherwise, they would be fielding him. It's possible that maybe Clem is busy with EPT. If he's playing early on tomorrow in EPT Spring, in the regionals, in the European regionals, then that could be why. Otherwise, he could just not be available. And we also have Starlight Twinkle versus Basilisk plus Big. Talking about joint teams and joint ventures, Basilisk, likewise, they also had a bit of a weaker link there when it came to their lineup, but Showtime is going to be coming in. Showtime is on Berlin International Gaming, BIG. So Showtime is going to be joining the forces of Trigger, of Raynor, and Cyril as well. That's a team, Bobby. That's a hefty team. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting lineup there tonight, and I do look forward to it. Again, 6 hours and 40 minutes. In 6 hours and 40 minutes, we're going to be live on the channel once again. Depending on where you are in the world, you know, get some rest, you know, take a nap, get some sleep, and wake up in time for some more StarCraft. I promise you, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be a great night of StarCraft. Here we go. But yeah, with that, thank you so much everyone for watching. Thank you so much everyone for the support. We do appreciate it. I'm going to take this moment to get some food, to get some rest as well. I may have a nap before the cast, especially because it's in 6 hours. I want to make sure that I'm well rested and awake for the cast tonight. And as a reminder, WTL is back. WTL Code S. It's 3 days a week. 3 days a week, every single week for the next 11 weeks. We have some World Team League action and some Kung Fu Cup action as well. So a lot of StarCraft going on. Look forward to it. With that though, thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for the support. Stick around. We're going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. Not too sure who, but we'll find someone to raid. Un momento here. Who's live right now? Who is live? Sort of just went live. I mean now we have to. Now we have to raid, sort of, right? Ay. Who else is live? I see Madmelo. I know that the other casters are going to be going offline. I'm talking about Dave. I'm talking about Steadfast. Chicken Man as well. Who else do we have? Yeah, sort of comes to mind. I would not be surprised if other people are going to be raiding sort of as well. We're all coming together here. Yeah, but they just did. They just did raid him. We'll find someone. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching. If you want, you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Discord. We do stream on YouTube as well. Shout out to all the people that were dropping by in the YouTube chat as well. And our VODs are available immediately on the live tab on our YouTube channel. So, exclamation mark YouTube in the chat. Socials as well. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for the support. We'll see you guys in 6 hours. Until then, hasta luego. Ciao. Papi, ciao. Hasta luego.